What's going on, guys? Today we're gonna talk about how to increase your prices at your adult daycare center and do it the right way. My name is Chris Chan, the founder and CEO of ActiveAge Daytime Senior Care, and this is the #1 channel for senior care entrepreneurs. So hopefully you have a few minutes, take a little pen and paper, write some things down. We're gonna talk about how to properly increase your rates at your adult daycare center. This is gonna be for new members, not necessarily existing members, because those existing members might already have contracts in place. They might already have predetermined annual price increases on some of your private pay members. But what we're gonna do here in this example is we're gonna figure out how do we properly increase that price for any new members. And the first principle to that rule is we don't just do it because of inflation. We don't just do it because of COVID. We do it, we always gotta giveth before we receiveth. So we gotta give something in advance before we can even think about what we're going to increase our prices. So what thing are we going to give? What are we going to add? Well, in this example here, and this is just for kind of numbers sake to help kind of create an example of how this situation might play out. But in this example here, we're gonna add live music to our programming on a daily basis, and we're gonna give all of our team members $1 per hour wage, plus maybe add PTO hours, okay? So the reason for doing that is obviously everyone loves live music. The members are gonna absolutely love it. They're gonna benefit from it. From all of your maybe years of experience maybe in this industry is that those that might have dementia and maybe you can't even hold the conversation anymore, the second their favorite song comes on, man, they're up there dancing and singing, and music just is like this magical medicine, And then of course, when it comes to your team, that consistency, having a consistent team that knows your members, your participants on a regular basis is gonna be so important for those families. And so if you can add these two things that are gonna help reduce your staff turnover, increase consistency, add live music, which is just gonna increase the entire experience. What is that gonna cost you? That might be a $43,000 investment per year. And if you've seen any of the other videos, you always times it by 2 to figure out how much of a return, how can we increase our pricing so we can earn at least about 100% return or somewhere around that range on that investment, okay? Because you're gonna be managing that investment. You're gonna have, sometimes they might, the music might cost more, something might cost less. With wages, you might have overtime, so you need to take into all that stuff into consideration. Make sure you've left enough padding that you can still remain profitable on these additional expenses that you're adding. That being said, the approximate annual cost that we need to, get close to is gonna be about $86,000 per year. You might have a center that's hourly, or it might be daily. As far as how you charge for your rate. If you're an hourly rate center, in this example here, we're looking at about 1,000 hours per week. By adding $1.50 per hour, that's gonna equal about $78,000 per year in new gross revenue, which is gonna help cover your cost here, which is almost about 100% of a return on investment for the cost of adding, wages, PTO, live music. And then if you have a center that maybe charges a daily rate, you might be charging your members, this might be a center that has about 40 people on an average day, you might charge them an extra $7.50 per day, which is again gonna equate to approximately $78,000 per year, which is gonna be a 100% return or close to 100% return on your investment, because you're gonna be expending $43,000 per year on these two new benefits. But you're giving, and you've made a smart plan because you didn't just give off a whim and not take into consideration what's the cost, and you didn't just charge or increase your rates, not taking into consideration what you were going to give in exchange for that price increase. So in this case here, it's so important no matter what you do, whether it's music, wages, something else, some other sort of activity programming, adding another staff person, maybe whatever it might be, always take into consideration how can I increase my prices to make up for at least it's 2 times whatever that cost might be. So what is it that I would need to increase my price that would equal to at least 2x what that expense might be? And that's something you always want to take into consideration when you're thinking about raising your prices, but don't do it on a whim. Don't do it without actually putting some numbers together to figure out what are you giving, what does that cost, what are you getting in return, how long would it take you to have a return or to see a return on that investment. Always, the numbers never lie. It is so important no matter what you're doing when you're in business that you take into consideration, make sure you leave margin for your business, because margin is healthy. It's like oxygen. You're gonna need it someday, because sometimes you might go through those slow months, or sometimes you might have some sort of capital expenditure and you need that money today. So oxygen is healthy, whether it's for you or your business, and money is oxygen in this case. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, show some love. If you got any questions, put them in the comments below. We'll see you guys on the next one, and let's get back to work. Hey guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to learn how to open your own adult daycare center, go to adcpro.com. If you'd like the latest business tips, click here, and make sure you subscribe to our channel, click here. We'll see you guys next time.